Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Armoury. Welcome to a little chat about a certain Egyptian. Big up to Tony. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm quite happy about this news, to be honest.
Yeah, it rings what happened with Santi when Santi was out injured, and we were negotiated and gave him a bit of a year security, basically, and that's what we've done with Elneny. Are you happy then?
Yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm happy to see that that he's out for the rest of the season. So it would be a lot harder for us to move him on. He would have gone on a free, wouldn't he? Or was his contract up this
Yeah,
this
his
summer?
contract was up. We had the year extension, but we've actually given him a different year. So it's not like the automatic extension that we can give him.
Yeah,
He's basically said, I'll have a reduced salary. So he is having a reduced salary at the last year. So it's win-win for us because Elneny, I think, knows that he's not going to play a big part next season. He's basically, and I'm sorry to say this to you, Tony, he is the Rob Holding in the midfield. That's what he is.
the thing you need players like him,
Yeah,
and you need players like Holding in that dressing room of a team for the young players. They've been at the club for a long time. They've been there
yeah,
since him, Holding, and Xhaka have all been there since 2016. So they were there when Wenger was there. They know what the club's about, and they can just pass it down to the younger players. And I think that's what Arteta and Edu see in him. Is like, look, and he knows himself that he's not going to be playing much.
no,
But he you can tell how loved he is in the dressing room. You can see how the players are with him. Yeah, he laughs and jokes with them, and I think it's for morale as well. So I'm happy with it. And he's not a bad backup. Let's be honest. You always hear things are Mohamed El sideways and things like that, but he does a job. He's no flash in the pan. He's no, he's just backup, and he knows that, and he does it good. He doesn't do it bad, doesn't do it good, but doesn't do it really great. He doesn't do it bad. He does his job, and that's all you can
yeah.
ask for in a squad player. Do
He
you know what I
he
mean?
is he is the Arsenal version of a Tina Ronso. Does
Yeah,
exactly what it says on the tin.
exactly.
And I love him. He only cost us £5 million. I was delighted when he signed for us
Yeah,
because I actually knew of him anyway. So I was actually happy. And he's exactly what I expected. I didn't expect anything amazing from him because
no.
he does exactly what he means. He doesn't make any errors, but he doesn't set the game alight either. But he does have some cracking goals sometimes. So
Oh God, he does score. When he scores, they're good.
yeah, they're good. Just want to quickly quote what he actually said yesterday. I can't see that, so I'm going to have to go onto the screen. A new chapter begins in my journey with Arsenal. I just signed a new contract. Arsenal, for me, isn't just a club I joined 7 years ago, which makes me the longest serving player currently. Arsenal is home, family, happiness, growth, and ambition. My Arsenal family, I love you. That's Elneny. I'm not saying I love you at all. But yeah, I'm delighted for him, and it just rings of Santi, what we do for Santi. I guarantee at some point in the near future we'll see Santi back at the club in some form because I know he loves us. I just want to get into the comment, and I've just seen Cole's.
I see the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, wait, Bobby, what is that shirt? It's a shirt that I have to wear for work because I can't just wear my football shirts all the time. When I'm got a meeting, I do actually have to dress a little bit smart, and they allow me to do whatever. I've taken my badges off because I do actually normally have a badge, but then you'll find out who I am. So no, not happening. Elneny is a great squad player and is going to get a Premier Winners medal soon.
Deserves.
Has he paid enough? Don't you have to play a certain amount?
Yeah, I was going to ask you that because he hasn't played many in the Premier League, has he? I think he's only
No.
made 1 or 2 appearances, and isn't it supposed to be like 10 appearances or something like
Yeah,
that?
it's meant to be 10. Oh, yeah.
Because
I think,
I remember the whole thing in 2004 with Martin Keown, and obviously
yeah,
Wenger turned and went,
yeah. Yeah. If you can apply to the Premier League for like a certain reasons, and I'm pretty sure he'll probably fall within that.
maybe like a
Um,
percent because he's obviously been injured, and yeah,
yeah,
maybe.
he's going to be injured for so long now that
Mm.
it's probably he probably won't be back till the end of April. So yeah.
Well, Luke
Uh,
said yeah, he thinks it might be 5 games now.
oh, okay. Yeah. So that'll be what's that? We got
Colm
end
said
of
the same thing as well, so yeah, possible.
Okay.
We'll have to see how many appearances he's made then, because
He should have made enough then.
He might even come back by May, and a couple more appearances, and that'd be enough. So
yeah. So Luke was saying here
when we gave
him a new contract last year, I said it, as long as it doesn't stop us from signing another DM or CM, I'm okay with it. And then we didn't sign. Yeah, that wasn't the reason though. So that was it's different reasons. Love you too. Just think it's 5 games. Yeah, it's 5 games, and he has played the 5. Oh, bring up to Colin. Well done. So yeah, I'm happy. Obviously we're waiting for the Saka news. Saliba is a bit more tricky, but I'm sure
that doesn't surprise me. That really doesn't.
It's just it's more to do with agents with Silva than it is anything else. I think he does love the club. He is only on 40 grand a week, so that's nothing really, considering he is one of our main important players.
The thing is, Silva, the season he's having, I think, is going to attract a lot of attention from clubs in Europe. So
yeah, and that's the thing. I think this is what the agent's thinking and maybe playing with. That let's see what offers coming in the summer.
Yeah,
but I couldn't sell him. I just couldn't.
Not saying that Saka wouldn't attract. Obviously, he's loads of teams would love to have Saka, but obviously with the English tax and that, it's a little bit different.
It is mad, but yeah, Saka would cost an absolute bomb. How much do you reckon Saka would actually be worth? Honestly, yeah.
Jack Grealish is 100 million. He should be more than that, but probably around 100 million.
Yeah, 120, 130.
He's probably around about probably about 80. He's probably about 80 million, 80 to 100. I reckon.
You reckon? What would you ask for Saliba?
What would I ask for Saliba? Well, we got him for what, 30, 35? Double that.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't want to let him go.
No. James is saying here, call me mad if we sold Saka. No, just not happening. I'm pretty sure every Arsenal fan would literally just tie themselves to the Emirates before that happened. Go for
I don't let Saka go for anything.
No. It's just because it just goes against the whole process and everything that we've been told about and stuff.
Hey, then, boy, do what he's doing. I love him.
See the Bellingham situation. I know we want to talk a little bit on this show, but the Bellingham situation, because I know that certain people think that he's going to Liverpool. I think he's mad if he's going to Liverpool. Obviously, what happened last night, entertaining for some anyway. But why can't Arsenal go and get him?
Well, no, why not?
That's the thing. Why not?
If we're going to go for Rice, apparently we're serious about Rice. Why not be serious about Bellingham? Get one or the other.
I'd want both.
I'd want both, but I can't see us getting both.
Yeah. See, I've got to think because the Tillemans one is interesting because he is out of contract at the end of the season now, and he hasn't signed a new one.
I'm over Tillemans now. I'm over him.
Yeah, I'm never convinced by him. Never was.
I've watched him this season, and I know Leicester have been put. Well, Leicester were pretty good against Man United. They shouldn't have lost. That was a tale of two halves, that game. But in the first half, I thought he was pretty good. But I don't know. If you asked me a couple of years ago, I'd have been all over it because even when we were linked with him in the summer, I wasn't too sure then. Because if there was any midfielder from Leicester I'd take, there's 2 more I'd take before him, and that's obviously Maddison and maybe Ndidi as cover for Party.
See, you brought up Maddison. Now, someone said to me, "Why do you still want Maddison?" I says, "Why can't Maddison and Odegaard work? Because they're both attacking midfielders. James is not just an attacking midfielder. No, James works hard.
Yeah.
He works so hard in that midfield. I love him. I still think he could work next to Odegaard. Because I remember when we were trying to sign Odegaard, it was Maddison or Odegaard. I was like, I want both. I don't want one or the either. I want.
If we're going to be in the Champions League, we're going to need the depth anyway, the quality in depth as well. So they'll get minutes one way or the other.
Yeah, I'll get back to Colm's comment in a minute because he's going sidetracks on something else. 150 million for Saka minimum, 100 million for Saliba, but I would have a proper meltdown. Yeah, because it would just go against the actual process. Belling will be my first preference, but I can't see us going in for him. I don't see us signing Rice either. Rice is definitely leaving West Ham in the summer. There is no two ways about it. It depends where he goes now.
Well, I think there was always an inkling that he was going to end up at Chelsea, but the state they're in at the moment.
That's the thing. Chelsea are in absolute mess.
And I think he'd want to stay in London as well.
Yeah. Once you're a London boy, Luke, you stick with being a London boy. You know, I'm from down there and I do miss it, but I've got Birmingham. So
Likewise. Yeah. Same as you.
Yeah, thankfully I've got a city next to me, so I've still got the city life a little bit. But yeah, I do miss London. Morning to Brenny. I will get into comment in a minute. Morning, gents. Elneny signing was a big surprise. A squad player gives his all, but not enough to start week in and week out. It wasn't a surprise to me because I knew we were going to activate it anyway. I like the fact that we've actually negotiated with him, and we was in a not a horrible way, but we are saving some money because he's not going to play so much next season. Especially
not letting players go for free.
Yeah, exactly. Once again,
he would have got for free at the end of the day, at the end of the season.
And now I'm going to get into Colm's comment because it is quite funny. I'm going to go quiet now for the next 5 minutes, out of respect for the fallen Premier team that can't keep a 2-goal lead and end up shipping 5 at home. Now we all know who we're on about. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it, but I did catch the highlights. I was keeping an eye on the score. I was at work yesterday, so we didn't have BT Sport work, so I couldn't watch it. But that second goal, Real Madrid's, my goodness, what was Alisson doing? I mean, even their second.
Okay, so you're saying it was Alisson's fault because I've seen the goal. I thought it was Joe Gomez personally. He just didn't put enough power behind that back pass.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely could say that, and I know a lot of Liverpool fans were very angry with Gomez's performance.
He was awful.
The goal of the game was obviously Benzema's fifth for me, second for me.
Yeah,
the way he had the confidence just to take the ball away from Alisson and then just smash it past Van Dijk, I thought it was a brilliant goal. A lot of people would say the Vinicius Junior's goal was a
the first one, his first, yeah.
But I like that. I think the thing with Liverpool is it's their midfield. Their midfield is a massive problem, and it's clear as day. And I can't believe that they didn't address it in the January window. And
they signed another striker instead.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. So I have no sympathy for them because they didn't address it. And then you've got Chelsea who were just buying everybody.
Yeah, so and it doesn't work.
They're expecting miracles then, and I don't want to blame any of their managers. I think the managers do have to take responsibility, of course. It's their job. They've got to pick the right team and whatnot. But the Liverpool players, yesterday in particular, I've got to take a lot of responsibility. They were 2-0 up. They're professionals. They were playing a very high line as well throughout the game. They were just asking for trouble.
Then that's Klopp, though, isn't it?
Maybe it is. I don't know. But I still think the players still need to take responsibility. They're on the pitch. They had a goal lead. They know what to do. They know what to do. This is a team last season looking at quadruple. Do you know what I mean? And yes, the team has changed. Not a lot, but it's still the same players apart from obviously Darwin Núñez and Gakpo. So and starting that 18-year-old kid, I feel sorry for him because he didn't have the best of games. It was probably one of his worst games in a Liverpool shirt. But it's not fair. It wasn't. You can't blame him for anything. It's against Real Madrid, who are arguably the best team in the world at the moment in that competition. So yeah, I don't know. My pick for the Champions League is actually Napoli. I fancy Napoli to go on and win it. To be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're going to do a little bit of a double.
See, I honestly don't care. We're not in it, so I don't care. Yeah.
I'm an Osimhen fan, and I like what Napoli are doing as well. I like their winger as well. I can never say his name.
Yeah, I know you're on about. Yeah, begins with a K,
then
an H, then an A, and then it gets confusing. The more you try to say it,
the people were like, "Who?" I said, "Just watch him. Just watch him."
Yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah, because everyone was like Mudryk, but that guy is way better than Mudryk.
Oh, he is.
Isn't he?
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
How old is he? Quite young, isn't he?
Yeah, he's early 20s.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it'll be another
but
we could
yeah,
look at.
but yeah, is that well? This is the thing. Me and James have said that like when the season ends, we're going to have to do like a fantasy transfer window, give ourselves a budget, what we can
Definitely.
spend on it,
I'll be well.
because yeah, exactly, because it'll be fun. I did it last season, but I took advantage of the free market because that's the way I am. I'm Scrooge McDuck. There are a couple of frees that I would suggest that we go out for, because why not? I know we've had some bad ones in the past, but they're there, they're free. Go and get them, because it saves you on the transfer fee, which
Yeah.
means you can spend more money on this player, that player.
What would be your key areas in the summer? I think for me, it'd be striker to start with.
No, midfield still. I still wasn't happy because I still didn't get that centre mid that I wanted.
It's funny
So
you
I'm
say that.
still,
I actually think we got one of the best midfields in the league.
yeah, but
When everyone's fit.
yeah, when everyone's fit and on form, yes. But I've just, I've just seen Colm's comment. No, I'm not even going to put it up.
Don't even put that on the screen. Don't even do that.
I'm not even going to put that up, Colm.
I
But
would
yeah,
rather Fred. I like Fred, to be honest. I'd rather have Fred.
he'd cost
I,
quite a lot.
I just think he's underappreciated by the Man United fans. I don't think people understand what he does.
I think it's all right. Yeah, I'm not the greatest fan of the one that Colm's just said. I am Scottish, so I have to partly support him, but he's just at the wrong club. Newcastle, I think, would be great for him. I think he'd be great at Newcastle.
Speaking of Newcastle and why we were talking about transfers, and this is basically a transfer show anyway.
Yeah,
the whole Tierney links. What's your thoughts on that? I think he'd actually go.
yeah, he'll be going. But as I've said, we have to prepare ourselves this summer to lose some Arsenal players that we all love, and for me, that's Tierney.
Yeah, I agree. I love Tierney. I don't want
Yeah,
him to
I love
go,
him.
but he deserves to be starting week in and week out, and he doesn't really fit the system that Arteta wants from your left back. And
Yeah.
look, Newcastle. If we get 40 million for him, why not? Plus Newcastle for him is a good move. He's a lot closer to home there as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's a move that would make sense. It would be a move that a lot of Arsenal fans will not like. But again, Tierney he's a player that has to start week in and week out, and he won't be doing that at Arsenal.
What I've always said about Tierney, he's a proper left back. He doesn't know how to do this, go in midfield and be this. It's just not him. Yeah. I've always said this. It's not his fault. I couldn't do it. I'm a right back. I've trained as a right back. I wouldn't know how to do anything else. I'd be rubbish in the Arsenal system. I'll be perfectly honest. I only know how to be a right back. I will ignore the other comment that Combs put regarding another United player. That ain't happening. Fred doesn't understand what he's doing here.
Well, that's because I mentioned him. But the thing with Tierney as well, going to what makes sense as well is Dan Burns he's not your answer in that position.
I love him though. I have to be honest because I obviously do. Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Long term, not your answer
No.
at left back. So, could you imagine Newcastle though with Trippier on one side, Tierney on the other?
Yeah,
those flying. Ooh.
Yeah. So, who else do you think might leave this summer?
Are you thinking about like a higher profile player?
We've got so many players that I've actually forgot even existed at Arsenal. Maitland-Niles, I forgot. I felt really bad because he did do a decent job for us at a little period, but I forgot he's even ours.
I think he'll be good. I think Lokonga might actually go. I think this is probably another reason we're keeping hold of Elneny.
It depends what happens at Crystal Palace. If he has some outstanding form and looks world class. But
I actually watched Palace channel the other day after they played. Was it Brighton they were playing? And they were really impressed by what they saw. Lokonga. They said themselves that they've missed a player like him in that team, and they were talking about more about his passing and that. And I've always said this. I never thought he was a DM.
No.
I never thought. Sorry, number 8. But I never thought he was a. I never thought he was a DM. I thought he was more of a ball progressor anyway. So And the Palace fans have obviously seen that. They've recognised it, and they've actually loving the fact they've got a player like him in the team. Going into this half of the season, I can actually see if he carries on and does well at Palace. I can actually see Palace trying to put a bid in the summer.
How much would you want?
How much should we sign him for?
About 15 million, 15 to 20 million on top.
I don't think we can go higher than 20 million for him, to be honest.
You think we'll just break even?
I think it will break even. And I've just seen Travis has popped up in the comments, and he's trying to trigger me. I know Travis.
Okay, so you know who it is, because I want to be respectful and put in many comments as possible, but because of what it says, I don't want to because it's Tony. But yes, I will disagree with that. He's Arsenal's Andy Ninnigan for me. Is that Travis? That's the Liverpool fan.
No, it's Travis. He's come on this channel a few times before.
Oh, the Arsenal. Oh, got yeah. I wasn't too sure if that was the Liverpool fan. Luke's saying here, Nelson, keep Lokonga. For me, I'm done with Lokonga, to be honest. Tierney has to go for him. Maitland-Niles has to go. Tavares has to go. Doesn't fit the system again. Pepe definitely has to go. Runnison, I forgot about him as well. Definitely has to go. Murray will all leave in one way or the other. Silva too, if he doesn't so. Well, that is something we do need to handle. If we don't sign the new contract, we're going to have to deal with it. Like, sell him. Well, we're going to have to sell him if he doesn't sign a new contract, because I don't want him going out on a free.
No, who?
Saliba.
So, no, he needs to. I think personally, I think he will stay. I think you're right. I think it's more of it's an agent thing. Because like I said, they'll know that other clubs in Europe will be looking at him. And I think they'll have words from say, so what would you offer him? What kind of contract would you give him? And then they'll go back to Arsenal saying, well, listen, we've got Juventus, for example, and they want to give him this amount of money. Can you match that or better it? That's what it's down to.
Well, this is something we must do. If they don't sign, sell them all. We have to. I can't be seeing any free transfers anymore from Arsenal, because it's harmed us. And it's not the Wenger period, because I did a show. When did I do a show? Last year sometime, and I proved this is not the case. It's happened for so many years at Arsenal, and it's got to stop, because we have to get some form of money in, because we're a self-sustaining club. We're not these other big boys. I'm not going to mention them, and I'm not going to talk about how they get their money, but we are self-sustaining. So, Brendan Benzema. How many years have we been linked with him now?
I remember seeing pictures of Arsenal fans getting his name on the back of the shirt. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
A few years ago, all over it. He's still good, but it just goes against what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So who is your dream one signing this summer?
One signing?
Yeah. Only one signing. Who's your dream?
My dream signing would be I don't know. So I got two.
No, you can only say one. Only say one.
I'll go Rice.
Okay.
Because I think he would definitely suit the way we play.
Fair enough.
The other one is because I want another striker, but I don't want to keep Jesus out.
Okay. So who's your other one?
Osimhen.
Oh, that happened. That will never happen. No.
Napoli will way too much, because they paid about 100 million for him anyway. So that will never happen. That's why it's a dream. Yeah. But really, one would be Rice, if you like.
He would probably only ever go now to Real Madrid, or once the United situation is sorted, United, and then possibly Bayern Munich. They're the only three clubs or maybe Paris Saint-Germain as well in the future. Luke's asking here, how much do you think we should get for all those? Me and James did this in our group chat the
Oh
other
yeah, I
day.
got involved in that. I didn't. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I know you said not selling, but he was just like doing a
No.
price list. I added it on to 229 million pounds for the players that we would want to leave. Nelson, I'm pretty sure is signing a new deal. I'm pretty convinced by that. So yeah, I don't think he'll be going. Dream signing would be Bellingham for Luke. Big up to Paxton, United fan. Also, Vlahovic would probably be cheaper. That is true. Take advantage of the Juventus situation.
I'm over it now.
I still don't think he'd be right for us, personally. I think Arsenal should. Hang on, I'm going to be. Right, Immobile. He thinks Immobile. I don't. I don't like him.
He's well in his 30s now, isn't he?
Yeah, I just. Yeah, it just still doesn't excite me, Immobile. But I'm still not convinced by Declan. I watched him against who did they play the other day? Tottenham. I'm still not convinced.
Yeah, but you put quality players around him, I think you get better out of him.
Big up to Alexander Makandowski.
Well,
Am I married? I am, mate. I am.
Probably breaking hearts as usual. Yeah, I can see
that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, really, isn't it? We'll do a proper big show at the end of the season when the season's finished.
Definitely have to do that. I think we'll have to, like a little fantasy window.
Yeah, we'll give ourselves a certain amount of money that I think we'll spend. It's probably about 200 to 250, I would have thought.
It's going to be quite a short pre-season, isn't it? Because of how late it's finishing.
Yeah. I do apologise, Alexander. I do apologise. Rice needs to leave soon or he will stagnate. Rice is definitely leaving. I know this categorically that he's leaving in the summer. I just do not know where he's going. There are options, obviously Chelsea being one, but if he went there, it's for the money, literally. And I like Declan, nice kid, but yeah, I just wouldn't be impressed if he did that. I want to talk about what's coming up because we've got loads coming up now because we set up another stream last night as well. I'm back to what day is it today? Wednesday. Yeah. I'm back tomorrow evening with a brilliant Leicester fan at 7:00 to do the preview lounge. Honestly, this guy is a character. He's absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to chat with him. Friday, 12:00, me and Tony will be back at 12:00 to do a watch along for the Europa League draw. I've just seen Cole's comment. Friday, I will be back again with the Armoury lads to do the Arsenal preview for the Leicester game on.
Yeah, I think it's Brenny at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, me and Brenny. Love my brother. Brenny's always there when I need.
The man.
And then on Full Time Sports Network, which is where I mainly am anyway. Well, it seems to be I'm mainly here at the moment, but I work on both channels. I will be back at 5:30 on Saturday to do Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid derby. Brilliant game. And on Sunday, I will be doing the Fireplay Scottish League Cup final between Rangers and Celtic due to the fact I've got Scottish heritage. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Tony, where can they find you? Where will you be? And all that stuff.
Before I say that, there's also going to be another stream tonight on this channel. It's a brand new stream. They're going to be doing it every Wednesday. They call themselves the Loose Cannons. Kind of like Loose Women, but we're talking about Arsenal. All male talking about Arsenal. So it's Loose Cannons with G, Canners, Gumza, and Niger Englishman. So yeah, make sure you check them out. It's going to be a fun one tonight. I think what they're going to talk about tonight is the togetherness of the team, and is it as good as or better than the Invincibles? So that would be an interesting one to watch. So make sure you get into that one. Where can you find me? If I'm not here, I'll be causing trouble on socials at the Silva 1985. So yeah, if you like a bit of banter, and I'm always up for banter, especially with rival fans. I've been roughing a few feathers on there as of late, but that's what it's about. That's what it's about. I never really concern myself about rival fans, especially now. I love the fact that they hate us. I love the fact that every week all I'm hearing is you're gonna bottle it, you're gonna bottle it, you're gonna bottle it. Just keep talking. And Carl, yes, I need to call you guys out. We need to get you United fans on this channel because I'm not having none of this. You're not in the title race. Deep down, you know you are in the title race. I know exactly what you're doing, right? Because you're waiting for us to crumble if we do crumble, so you can give us all the crap. But you're only 5 points behind, right? Yes, we've got a game in hand. We'll be playing a game in hand this week because you're playing in the Carabao Cup, so we'll be level games this week. Then we play our game against Everton, which is a game that we didn't play back in September. And now you'll have a game in hand on us. So, yeah, I honestly think, and I've said this since the beginning of January, that United have entered the race. They're in great form at the moment. And with all the games you got this month as well, you just can't stop winning. And I think you'll beat Barcelona as well. And I think, I honestly think United, I think they'll finish second, you know.
Wouldn't surprise me. The amount of watch longs I do, obviously, I watch City, I watch Arsenal, I watch United. United are dangerous at the moment. I've been very impressed by United when they played City, and they beat them City. Was it at home or away? I can't remember. But United play brilliant football, so I can see them if they focus and they keep all their players fit. There's a couple of players they need to keep fit and not suspended.
I think they're just worried. United fans are just worried to say the words that we are in a title race, and then they just fall behind. Just say that it doesn't matter. You're in it. It's like when Leicester won the league. You know that game, 14th of February 2016. We played Leicester at home. Daniel Welbeck scored that late winner. I believed that game after that goal went in. I believed that we were going to win the title. We finished second. And we finished like 10, 11 points behind Leicester in the end. But just say it, admit it. Like people, what annoys me about the modern day football fan, they're just football fans are too concerned about rival fans' thoughts and banter. Don't worry yourself about them. Trust me, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm enjoying myself. Enjoy it. Say you're in the race because you are. 5 points is not a lot. And we proved that.
I was shocked when Rebel said fourth.
He's playing it well. He's playing it down.
The top three are definitely us, City and United. It's depending on where it all pans out because no one else is getting close to us now. I've seen enough of.
Because you were on there, weren't you?
Not yesterday, the day before.
The day before. And he obviously mentioned about, but we got all these games, you got the FA Cup and all that. But so Man City. So of us, I know we're not in the FA Cup, but we're still in the Europa League. And I think as long as all three teams are still in Europe, we're all in the same boat. So
I think who was it that said that the other day? But I think it was a Monday that said it actually, and I do actually agree with what a Monday said. That sometimes actually playing that many games can actually help you as well.
No, it's momentum.
It's momentum. Yeah. So it's because as soon as we rested some players, look what happened to us. We had a couple of blips. Now we're back to form again. Hopefully, anyway. Colm's prediction there again. Big up to Paxton. I know you did say something a bit earlier as well that technically you are, and it is technically. We're all technically in it. There's still quite a lot of clubs technically still in it. Our depth will fall apart with more than 2 to 3 injuries, just being realistic. That's fair enough, Pax. I've known you for a while, being a United fan. There's nothing wrong with it. And Tony hates when I'm not that confident about Arsenal, but it's just the way I am. I
understand it. I just like giving you stick, Bobby.
I know it's just the way I am.
You've got to be build sometimes, haven't you? We just said it then about this title race. There's 3 teams involved.
It's talked about at work all the time. Who's going to win? And I even asked the question when I do the preview lounge, who's going to win? But for me, I've seen enough this season, and I've been an Arsenal fan for long enough to know that things can happen. And this is the Premier League. Any team can beat any other team, and that's the problem. Any team could beat it. We could lose at Leicester quite easily. Tottenham did.
I even said I put it in the comments in the preview you did with we did before the Aston Villa game, and I said we were going to lose 1-0.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you did it with Ross.
It
Yeah,
just seemed primed, obviously it's a lunchtime game Saturday at Villa Park. We got Emery, Martinez there. It just looked primed for us to lose that. But we come out in the second half because the first half was terrible, but we come back in the second half, and look, Ramsdale did make some important saves as well, because there was that one where Leon Bailey went through and I thought, oh, here we go, and it came off the crossbar. So we did have a bit of luck in that game, and look, you need a bit of luck sometimes. Champions always need a bit of luck. So along the way, and maybe that was ours there, and then we'll take that win to the King Power, and hopefully we go all guns blazing again. But yeah, like you said, it's going to be tough going over there, and people will look at the run. We've got the next 4 or 5 games, and they say, "Oh, it's all winnable games." But and I know it's cliche to say, but in the Premier League, there's no easy games.
no, there isn't.
There isn't, and look, Man City approved that. They went to Nottingham Forest. Yes, I know they're probably one of the best teams in terms of collecting points in the year 2023, but the squad in comparison is a lot better. And actually, Man City were dominating the game, and it was I think it was their only shot on target, and they got a point out of it.
That's the Premier League. That's why it's the best league in the world.
Exactly, there's no given.
No, and that's why I love it. I'm happy to work where I work, because it's just amazing to know that anyone can beat anyone. So everybody that sits around the table that I work at is important, because all their clubs will have some effect in some way on the title. And that's why I love it. I've always loved the Premier League. I remember when it was created. Can you remember when it was created as well?
Premier League 92, yeah.
Yeah. It was just...
I was very young. I was 6 years old when it started.
Yeah, 6. Yeah. I won't say how old I was, but never mind. But guys, we are definitely done today. And I'll see you tomorrow. Me and Tony will see you on Friday. But as always, before we say goodbye, come on, you guys.